Good evening. Let me know if you guys can hear me. It says I'm live. Let's see what happens. A bunch of people online. How's it going? Jacob, Conrad, Marble Sphere, Vori, Godzilla, Geg, Gadget Head, Burj Khalifa Geographer, Jose Hernandez. How's it going, guys? Me, the Stick Man. Renudus Ali, Finn 2763, Youngblood. Wow, a couple new faces. Pretty cool. All right, so the story of the day in the U.S. and Canada, I guess, was the total solar eclipse. It made landfall, to borrow a term from meteorology, in northern Mexico, I believe, and traveled northeast across Texas, Arkansas, like Indiana, Ohio, New York, and up into northeastern Canada. I got to see about 89% totality in New York City, which was okay. I've seen a couple partial eclipses, but I would like to be able to see a total eclipse at one point. So there's going to be one in like 2028 in Australia and New Zealand. I might travel for that one. It'll be near Sydney, I think. So work in a some kind of like Australia vacation, but I wasn't planning on traveling for this one just because I didn't make any plans, but BB Plays, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. You want to start out drawing Crunchyroll comics? What's the best free program, not Paint or Paint 3D, to start out with? I know a lot of people use GIMP. GIMP. I believe that's free. Open source software. I personally have never used anything other than... I mean, I use Photoshop. I've always used Photoshop. I have drawn in Paint before, but it doesn't have the functionality that I want. So if you ever have access to Photoshop, I recommend it. You know, it's the gold standard for a reason. Jacob, you're going to post a picture of you took of the total eclipse in Country 6? Very cool. I'll take a look. All right, so I was hit by inspiration for a Planetball comic while I was watching the eclipse. I made one of the pinhole, what are they called? The pinhole projectors out of a shoebox. And I went up to the roof. I just stayed on the roof for about an hour and a half once the moon started eclipsing the sun, and then just past totality. I'd say like 10 past, or not totality, 10 minutes or so past peak coverage for me before I left. So I got to see a good amount of it, but you really do miss a lot when you're not actually in the path of totality. They say that the difference between 99.9% totality and totality is night and day, literally. The next actual eclipse, you know, is the annular eclipse on 2nd of October 2024. We're going to be seeing parts of Chile and Argentina. I was just looking at a list of like the next, like the schedule of the next, all the total and annular eclipses for the next century that make, you know, landfall, that aren't just over the ocean or something. And I mean, they happen pretty frequently, so never feel bad like if you don't see one, because they do happen frequently. It's just you would have to travel for them. The next time there will be a total solar eclipse visible from continental North America is going to be 2044, and that's going to be mostly over like Alberta and some parts of Montana and North Dakota. So it's in a pretty remote part of the continent, but Can I see the comic Hungarians? I think, yeah, I took a look at that earlier today. That was Zemo's comic. It's good. I don't know if I can show it. I assume I can show it, but I don't want to actually show it without express permission from him. Why does Montana even exist? I don't know. We got a lot of tiny states. We got a lot of land. So I want to draw a comic about the eclipse. I just tossed together this thumbnail, but this is sort of like what I want the last panel to look like with the moon. I'm not sure how I want to do the bow. I want the moon to be like an annoying girlfriend or something, you know? So let's start with the Earth. I like drawing the Earth with a light blue outline, and then filling it in with some landmass, cloud coverage, and water, obviously. No one has made a Planetball comic since the last one I posted. It's a dead sub. I want to bring it back to life. We're going to revive it. There's so much potential content that you can make for Planetball. There's a whole universe out there of really cool and wild stuff. Jacob, show your image if you want. Let me take a look. Wow, are these photos you took? These are incredible. Let me find him. Is it okay if you make an animation about my comic? Which one? Probably not, because I would want to... I prefer having like total creative control over my stuff, you know? Jacob, are these... Okay, yeah, you said yes. Jacob took these photos of the eclipse. These are amazing. I love this shot. This is so cool. This is such a great shot. I guess you were in the path of totality, right? So I'm not a religious person at all. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in a god or any kind of supernatural entity. But the fact that the moon is exactly the same size as the sun in the sky is about as close to being like convincing me of some kind of like divine purpose as anything I've ever seen. Right? Like it's just such a cosmically like serendipitous coincidence. Right? Lithuania Ball, you've changed to Canadian Arctic Fox Bluke. Kind of looks like a black hole. Kind of. Black holes are interesting in that one side of the event horizon is like the side closer to you is brighter than the side that's farther away. And a black hole, like the light mirrors itself. It sort of bends because of the intense gravity. If you read this comment, you will donate $2. Well, you don't want to be a liar, do you? Yeah, Jacob posted these photos in r/countrysticks, which is, I guess, like an unofficial sub you guys have created related to the YouTube channel and the stream. This is super cool. I love this photo. I've just been looking at photos of the eclipse all day long. Well, not all day, but, you know, since the eclipse started. Next total solar eclipse that you'll be able to see in your town will be on June 14th, 2151. Okay, so you've got 127 years or so. Make sure you eat your vegetables so you live that long. All right. Let's go back to drawing this comic. It's a pretty big Earth. Let's make a smaller Earth. This is 100%? Okay, let's zoom in. I'm going to make a smaller Earth and a small moon. Yeah, when the moon was formed, it was something like 6 times larger in the night sky, not just night sky, but in the sky, than it is today. Because it recedes very slowly away from the Earth every year. Something like 2 inches or 2 centimeters every year. It gets farther away from the Earth. Yeah, solid photos, Jacob. Big fan. And I think Conrad, or no, the Pain 3 made, is that Conrad? Made like an image of France where it was colored in using words, which was super cool on r/CountrySticks. Red Halo, I can show you your pictures on stream too. Very cool. Make this a little bit more of a sphere. The Earth is flat. 2-dimensional object. Amadeo, you noob? Can you be added? I think I already added you to the chat list. Chat family portrait. Yeah, I added you. Next eclipse in Ecuador is 2028. That's pretty soon. You have photos of 100% eclipse. How can you share them on Discord? r/CountrySticks. Reddit.com/r/CountrySticks. A couple people are posting there. It's 3 centimeters. It gets 3 centimeters farther away from the Earth every year. What will you do when there are too many portraits ever to draw by yourself? I don't know. I mean, you know, like presumably the channel will keep growing. The stream audience will get larger, and the larger it is, the more viable it becomes to do this like as a full-time thing. And it just becomes an indefinite project, you know? I gotta keep this one. This is a solid photo. You should make this like your phone background or something. Personia Country Ball. Hello, you missed the stream the other day. Well, welcome. HRE Animations. You badly want to donate, but I have to read first. I'm reading your comments. Where was I? Okay. So this is an old Planetball comic I made. So I'm gonna just draw. I guess I should do the continents first. Let's do the continents. How can you be put in the chat family portrait? Just say something in chat and I'll add you. Let me go back to it. Oops. Me Stickman, love the channel. Thank you. I have not done any work on the podcast that I was supposed to work on. So I might do a shorter stream tonight just so that I can actually work on a video I'm supposed to be working on. HRE Animations. Thank you for the $2 donation. And now I have to say olives. I'm a big fan of olives. All right, let's put this line behind the Earth. Let's do, here, we'll do Africa. Arabia into Asia, right? Europe, something like that. Okay. Should do cloud cover. I'm gonna do a little bit of white. Bananas are the best fruit. I've always loved apples. I've always been partial to apples. When will I tell everyone to do Discord? Dick Rhino is making a Discord server for the YouTube channel. I don't think it's quite ready yet, but he's working on it. But I can see it. I can see his progress. You posted in Polandball community. Check it out after stream. Let me take a look. I don't see it. Well, whatever you post it. All right. Let me do some eyes. I'm surprised that Planetball is like as inactive as it is. It's just, no one draws comics for it, but it has readers. The last comic that was posted was my comic, and here, let me take a look. r/Planetball. I posted it a month ago. I posted it on March 9th. And it was because I posted it and like the previous most recent comic was like 2 weeks older than it. It was instantly the top post, like based on timing. And it has nearly 2,000 upvotes and something like 30,000 views, 80,000 views, something like that. So there are people that are reading and like they're subscribed to Planetball. It's just no one makes comics. So I want to finish this on stream and then post it on stream to juice it, you know? Let's get rid of this eye. Duplicate. It's just you have to make up like a lot of the storylines, right? There's not as much history when you're making a Planetball comic as if you're doing like a comic about Canada and the US or something, right? So you've got to know like universal history. Abe Lincoln, where do you slaughter the vampires next? Well, we established last night's stream that Abe Lincoln is a time traveler in addition to being a vampire hunter. So you kill vampires in one era, and then you time travel to the future and kill some more vampires. Okay. Here's Earth. We have to do the moon in the background. So this is how I've done the moon and the port. Is this, I think, Tycho crater? Is that the name of the big crater on the moon? Yes. Near the South Pole. We're pretty lucky that, well, actually, it might not be luck. I forget the exact reason, but, the side of the moon that faces us is the more interesting side, visually. And geologically, because we have the mare, right? The, ancient lava fields that we call, like, you know, the Sea of Tranquility, where Apollo 11 landed. Those are what the dark spots are on the moon. The dark side of the moon has very few of them. And it had something to do with like the way that the lava flowed early on in the moon's formation. Let's do that. So it has to be far away. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Earth's moon is the largest moon relative to the planet, the parent planet size of any moon in the solar system. If you ignore Pluto Charon. But Pluto's a dwarf planet, and Charon is either a moon or a secondary dwarf planet. Charon is about half the size of Pluto, whereas the moon is about a sixth the size in terms of Earth radii. So our moon's pretty special. Pretty cool. Okay, that's good. Let's do some eyes. 2-pixel eyes. Make them more circular. I think Planetball is cute. This is 100%. Let's move the Earth over here. Abe Lincoln, you got 45% Eclipse? Not forcing me to answer, but if you do convert to a religion, what would it be? I wouldn't convert. I would never want to take, like, I guess the meaning and peace that some people find in religion away from them. But like, supernatural explanations for anything just do not convince me. You know, I don't want to... I'm not judging anyone who in the chat who may or may not be religious, but... like the idea of it, a supernatural creator of the universe, just like, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know? It's not convincing. Like, I am comfortable not knowing, you know, why there even is a universe, you know, like why we exist. I don't need to come up with an answer. You know, I would like for science to eventually be able to answer it, but I think there might be some questions that are sort of outside of the realm of what is answerable, if that makes sense. Like, the existence of a supernatural entity is something that cannot be tested based on the physical laws of the universe, so you can't prove it one way or the other. Whereas, you know, you can prove that horses are real, right? Because you can go and look at them. I'm going to move the eyes up a bit. I can't tell. But, I don't know. Like, my parents were raised Christian. They did not raise me religious, though. So, like, we went to church on Easter when I was a kid. A couple of years. But, like, it was just to, like, say we did it. But, I don't know. I just... Like, when I live my life, just day to day, I don't think about religion or God or anything like that. It's irrelevant in my life. But this is what we're trying to build on this channel is a very welcoming, open, and tolerant community. And from what I've noticed in the chat, we do have people from all over the world, and presumably from many, many different faiths. Particularly, like, all the largest faiths. Like, I've seen that we have Muslim chatters, we have Jewish chatters, we have Christian chatters. We've got a lot. We've got a little bit of everybody from all over the world, which is super cool. What do you think of absurdism, or are you more of a nihilist? I'm a nihilist. I don't think that there's a purpose to the universe. If there is, we don't understand it. So I'm... Like, if I describe my personal sort of philosophy, It's hedonistic nihilism. I don't think the universe has a purpose. So since you're here and like your very existence is just like, you know, to borrow a religious term, is kind of a miracle. You might as well like have fun with it. You know, like enjoy yourself, enjoy, you know, the fact that you are the universe experiencing itself. So have fun, just don't hurt other people, right? That's like my entire personal ideology summed up is have fun, but just don't hurt other people. Okay. This is panel 1. Maybe I'll do background stars, I'm not sure yet. I don't think you need background stars a lot of the time when you're drawing a Planetball comic. Yeah, see, it looks like there's a bunch of people in chat that are talking about their various different religions. Catholics, Christian, other kinds of... Okay, it looks like a couple of Catholics. Agnostic. I saw someone else said they were an atheist. I know we have a few Muslim chatters. We've had a few Jewish chatters. Yeah, I mean, like that's totally cool. I think, you know, people need to find their own worldview, you know? Okay, this is panel 1. Let's do panel 2. Let's do another Earth. I need to make it roughly the same size. Maybe we'll just copy this and I'll trace it. Let's do Earth 2. Babe, wake up! Earth 2 just dropped. How big is my sheet format? This is 800 pixels wide, and I did 2,000 pixels in height just as a placeholder. But I try and keep my comics to 800 pixels in width. But back to the topic of religion. I do celebrate Christmas. Not as like a religious holiday, though. I feel like Christmas is one of those holidays that has sort of been commercialized to such a large degree that it isn't necessarily just a religious holiday anymore. But I don't celebrate like Easter or Good Friday or Ash Wednesday or you know, other like Christian holidays. The star and crescent on the flag of Libya is not centered. That is the biggest crime against humanity I've ever heard of. Mr. Goober, second. You're atheist, but you're chill. You don't have an opinion about anyone's beliefs. Yeah, like, I don't care what people practice, again, as long as they're not hurting each other or hurting other people, right? Like, even something like proselytizing, I take issue with. Like, if you are trying to convert somebody to your religion and they're not interested, they're not receptive, you need to back off, right? Because that, in my view, that is harm, right? If people want to learn about your religion and potentially convert, it has to come from them, right? And similarly, if someone wants to leave your religion or any religion, they should be allowed to without being put under duress. That's how I feel about it. Let's draw Earth 2. Everything on Earth 2 is exactly the same as Earth 1, except everything is slightly bluer. First update to Earth in millions of years. Alright, let's do the eyes. I did 3 pixel, I think. The last panel will be fun. The last panel is going to be an eclipse. I don't know why it keeps erasing both eyes. Let's try duplicating this. Actually, hold on. Let's see. How does it compare? Okay, it's roughly the same size. Duplicate. Whoops. Let's merge these eyes. This would be a cool looking planet. like a black surface, and then because you would have like a nitrogen atmosphere to make it blue. Stop motion, Dan, you're an atheist, but you do celebrate Christmas because in your eyes it's the season of giving. Yeah, I agree. Northern Willow, your mom had a near-death experience and you saw ghosts as a baby, so you don't know about religion, but you hope death is at the end. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to die. Like, don't get me wrong. But I also don't want to live forever, right? And I'm not, I don't have, like, an irrational fear of death. You know, like, it's just another part of life. It has to happen, you know? And the way that I think of death is that it's like before you were born, right? You're not there, you don't exist anymore to perceive anything, so it's irrelevant, right? Like, you know, 13.8 billion years of history before I was born, it was meaningless to me, right? Like, I didn't exist to experience it. That's what I feel like death is probably like. But I get it, you know, like, it's scary to think about, but I don't think about it too much. It's just, it'll happen when it happens, you know? Like, we don't have any control over it. Eat your vegetables. Let's try North America and South America, maybe? Florida. That's a bad North America. Lines. Okay. It is what it is, exactly. Yes, I would like to die when I'm an old man, you know, having lived a full life, happy, accomplished, you know? Florida. I don't know, it's bad North America, but whatever. You know what? Really, when you're looking at one side of the Earth, you really don't see like more than one or two continents at a time. So let's just do South America. It's a bad South America. Okay, no, that's really bad. Damn. Let's see. World map. Okay, I'll go back to North America. Okay, that's good enough, I think. And then Mexico... Yucatan. That can sort of be the start of South America. Let's make Mexico a little bit smaller. Mexico is one of those countries that, like, it is a big country, but in my mind, I always think of it being bigger than it is. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to describe it. Let's merge these. There's a little bit of ice, snow at the top. People tend to forget there are more than 3 countries in North America. Most of them don't know Central America as part of North America. True. But for all intents and purposes, the overwhelming majority of people who live in North America live in one of 3 countries. US, Canada, and Mexico. And I think Cuba is the 4th largest, and Cuba is like 20 million people. It's not that big. But U.S. dominates with, what, 330 people? 330 million people. Mexico's what, like 140 million? How big is Mexico now? 127 million. And Canada's about 40 million. Don't forget Greenland. True. Here, I'll put Greenland sort of over here. Why is it not filling in? Oh, there we go. Okay. I would like to see Greenland one day. I think that'd be a really cool place to visit. That cold zone is way too small. True. Need more over here on Alaska. Put like streaks of vegetation. Okay, these eyes are too far apart. Let's move this one over a bit. Okay. Earth 2 is done. I would do Moon 2. Second moon. That'd be sick if we had 2 moons. I mean, it'd be really cool to like stand on the surface of one of Saturn or Jupiter's moons and to see like all the other moons and the planet and the rings in the night sky. That'd be so cool. Moon 2. I need a 3 pixel. People tend to forget there are more than 2 countries in Oceania. Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea, and like I think that's part of the continental shelf, right? New Zealand is technically not part of the Australian continental shelf. New Zealand is, there's like a more ancient continental shelf that's mostly submerged, of which New Zealand is a part. Zealandia or something. Can't wait till Earth 3 and Moon 3. Yeah, having a second moon would be sweet. Have you guys seen the photos of eclipses on Mars? Several of the rovers have, over the years, taken photos of eclipses on Mars. Mars has 2 very small moons. They're captured asteroids, so they don't cover, and they don't come close to even covering the sun, but it will pass in front of the sun. So you can see the outline of the moon against the sun, which is pretty cool. All right, let's do eyes for the moon. I think I did 2 pixels here. Most people think that Latin America is just Spanish-speaking countries. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people forget that Brazil speaks Portuguese, and that French Guiana speaks French, and that I think Suriname and Guyana speak English. Is that right? Or Suriname? What do they speak in Suriname? Do you guys know? Oh, you know what? I wanted to add bows to the moon. You like the idea of Earth having multiple moons because then you could get eclipses on the moons, disregarding how much history would be changed by it, of course. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. They speak Dutch in Suriname? Do they actually? Wow, okay, they do. I knew it was a Dutch colony. I didn't know that it was like long lived enough, or that Dutch rule lasted long enough for Dutch to become like the main language there. That's crazy. I actually had no idea. How many people live in Suriname? 632,000. Okay, that's like no one. This chat could beat Suriname in a war. Northern Willow, check out your Eclipse photos. Where did you post them? Did you put them on country sticks? This is why we need a Discord. We need to finish our Discord. Okay, yeah, Northern Willow, I found yours. Can I post them? Can I show them on stream? The Dutch would be able to withstand the sea even with 2 moons. Yeah, like, think of how much more chaotic managing the tides would be if we had 2 moons. You know, assuming that they were both large moons. But that's why you guys should watch or read A Three-Body Problem, because it's all about that. And the cool thing is about like the planets in Planetball is that you're not drawing flags, you're just drawing like the general sort of geologic features or atmospheric features. So you can be really like lazy with it, you know? Because no one actually remembers what the moon looks like. They just know that it's gray and it's got craters all over it. Okay, I'm gonna show Northern Willow's Eclipse photos. Let me just finish this first. Oops. I think I made those eyes too big. Let's make the eyes a little bit smaller. Oops. What is going on when I... Oh, it's because I didn't do it on a layer, that's why. Yeah, you guys took a lot of good Eclipse photos. You guys are good photographers. Did anyone view it through a telescope with a sun filter? Jacob Hendrickson, you made a post about Aaron's flag looking like Neapolitan ice cream. Don't worry about spam. Don't worry about... You weren't really spamming. I did see it. It does look like Neapolitan ice cream. Let's move this eye. Maybe like that. So I don't think the moon is usually depicted as a female character. Venus is, right? Because Venus is the goddess of beauty. So I think generally for an astronomical object, if it's named after like a male god or a female god, you depict it based on that, right? So like Mars is male, Venus is female. You know what? Earth is actually kind of a lame name. If you guys could rename the Earth, what would you name it? I'll take both meme answers and serious answers. Because I've never been partial to the name Earth. I don't think it's very interesting. Because it's not a mythological name, as far as I'm aware. It's just sort of like transliteration from earlier languages to describe like the physical land that we live on, right? What is this comic about? This is an Eclipse comic. So the punchline is going to be an eclipse. You guys will see. I don't want to give away too much of it because I think it'll be pretty decent comic. Not like blow you out of the water funny, super creative, but the kind of humor that you can do in Planetball that you can't really do in Polandball. You name it Terra, Gaia, or Areolus. I like Gaia. I've always liked Gaia. Urath, Gaera, mix of Gaia and Terra. Poseidon. Well, Poseidon is the Greek version of Neptune, right? So we've already got that from one of the planets. Zimbabwe. Bharata, is that how you say it in Hindi? Terra, Luna, and Sol should be the names. I really do like Luna and Sol, even though those technically aren't the names of the sun and the moon. In English, the name of the sun is sun, and the moon is moon. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Sol and sun are literally just the Latin words for sun and moon, respectively. But we do use them in English as if they were the names of the sun and the moon, but they're not actually. Ball, you're watching from Argentina. Welcome. We've had a couple of Argentine chatters. We're making a Planetball comic because today was big news in the US. Today was the total solar eclipse. So if you go on the internet, you're going to see a lot of stuff, a lot of pictures and stuff from Americans and Canadians and some Mexicans about the eclipse. Just deleted one moon. All right, moon 2 done. Any other Aussies? There are a couple Aussie chatters. Bioeditor has been in stream pretty quickly, or sorry, pretty frequently. He's from Australia. Yeah, sorry, Northern Willow. Let me show chat your photos. Okay, you got a lot. Open that new tab. I'm gonna pick the best ones. This one is gonna cloud. This one's good. That you got a totality. Alright, let me see if I can pull these up on stream. Or in Photoshop. Whoops. So this was, Jacob took this photo. This was super cool. Northern Willow took this one. So you can see the moon is starting to eclipse part of it. The sun. Here's another one by Northern Willow. I think this is your best one. This is super cool. And then here it is zoomed out, I think. So you can't quite make out the moon. These are really cool. Good job. Animation. The world your country ball is in is called Usalesia. Usalesia. Is that something that you made up? Or is that from like another work of fiction or something that you borrowed? Geography nerd. Today was the first time ever you saw a solar eclipse because it's always cloudy. Today was cloudy, but you got to see it for like 10 minutes. It was still great. Yeah, I was afraid that it was going to be cloudy. I got to see a good amount, but I only had about 89-90% totality, so it was like, it got a little darker, but it's not like nighttime, you know? If you want to experience nighttime, you have to be in the path of totality. Why is every exoplanet named just 363534 FCH2 or something like that? It has to do with like the scientific naming conventions, but I agree, it's stupid. They should give them like real names. We're going to do one more of these panels, and then the fourth panel, actually, yeah, let's do one more of these panels. Then there's going to be like a transition panel, and then the fifth panel will be the punchline. Abe Lincoln probably came back to see the eclipse. Yeah, he's transitioning from hunting vampires to hunting werewolves. The solar eclipse has completed its path of totality. according to the New York Times. Okay, background. Let's do Earth and Moon 3. The Earth should be called the surrounding land masses and bodies of water of England. If Earth is so great, why is there no Earth 2? I've always loved that meme. If X is so great, why isn't there a second version of it? Do you think that there are advanced alien races? Also, do you believe humans will ever visit other star systems? Man, this is my favorite topic. I love talking about space and aliens. I 100% believe that there is intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. I do not think we will ever be in contact with it. I think the conditions necessary to produce intelligent, like technologically advanced, communicative civilizations are so specific that the chances of two communicative civilizations occurring at the same time, close enough to each other to actually communicate, it just seems like an astronomically small chance of that happening. You know, I think the best way of actually ever coming into contact with another alien civilization is to go out and look for it physically, whether it's through like, you know, sending von Neumann probes, which are self-creating probes, or, you know, physically sending humans or spacecraft or something to go find them. You know, like, but that would require us being able to travel at relativistic speeds, right? Like close to the speed of light or a significant fraction of the speed of light. But simple life, like simple alien life, I've told you guys before, I'm not a betting man, but I bet you that we will find life somewhere else in our solar system before I die. Assuming I don't, like, die tomorrow. Like, if I live a normal human lifespan, 80, 90, 100 years, I am more confident than not that we'll find life on Europa or Enceladus, or maybe even like subterranean environments on Mars. But I don't think we will ever find. I don't ever think we'll find advanced aliens with whom we could communicate. Certainly not in my lifetime. I just think the possibilities are. It's just too slim, right? Like think of it this way. On our own world, we have a number of different, what we consider intelligent species, but not all of them are terrestrial species, right? Humans are a terrestrial species. We live on land. Dolphins, whales are intelligent. They're intelligent in a different way from us, but they are among, you know, dolphins are generally considered to be the second most intelligent species. Various species of dolphins are considered to be the second most intelligent animals on the planet after humans, right? And then, like, the great apes would be after them, the other great apes. It doesn't matter how smart a dolphin is. They're not capable of creating a technological civilization, meaning they're never going to create radio because they can't create electricity. They don't have fire, right? Like, they can't create glass because of their environment, right? It's an entirely aquatic environment. It's just not physically possible for them to do the things that we can do on land with access to, you know, the resources that we can dig up from under the ground, or, you know, the chemical reactions that can happen in our environment, right? Like, having an oxygen-rich environment allows for combustion, right? Just the ability for us to have fire means that, you know, we can create glass to create telescopes and microscopes and explore the natural world and the physical laws of reality, right? Now, think of, in our own solar system, there's maybe like a dozen or a half dozen other icy moons that we think have liquid water oceans underneath them, under their icy caps, where you could potentially have, you know, pretty advanced life, right? It would be no different from our ocean. But they live in an aquatic environment. So are they ever going to have telescopes, electricity, radio? No. So if the most common places in the universe for life to arise are these icy moons, then that alone is going to limit the amount of technological civilizations that arise in the universe. I would love to be wrong, but I don't know. Let's do Asia on this side. Japan. We do like Alaska over here. Merge these. We'll do some ice. What do you guys think? Do you think there's like intelligent aliens out there? Do you think we'll ever be in communication with them? Do you think simple life we'll ever find elsewhere? I don't think we will. Not intelligent life. I think it's just us, unfortunately. At least in our neighborhood. I mean, you can technically create fire underwater. It's just complicated. Yeah, and you could use... there are ways around... like, there are other creative ways that you could produce the kinds of technologies and tools that we have in different kinds of environments. But, it's... it just adds another layer of complexity that's going to filter out more and more potential worlds from having life. This is pretty good Earth. Oh no! Don't delete Earth 3. Let's merge the eyes. Layer 1, delete that. Okay, I think I can merge this. Let's do one more moon. You would say how unimaginably vast the universe is, but that's just an appeal to ignorance argument. I've told you guys this before. My favorite channel on YouTube is Cool Worlds. I'll put it in chat. It's run by an astrophysicist named David Kipping at Columbia University, and like his grad students and whatever. And he, somewhere on that channel, he has a video of a lecture that he gave at Columbia University to students, making the devil's argument for why life might not exist elsewhere in the universe. And the crux of his argument was that literally everything that we know about the universe right now is consistent with the idea that life does not exist outside of Earth. We have found absolutely nothing to the contrary. All we can do is speculate what kind of environments life could arise, what kind of, sort of exotic processes could happen, different kinds of life, not necessarily terrestrial kind of looking life. There's absolutely nothing inconsistent with what we know about the universe, and the idea that we don't have any, that we haven't found any life anywhere in the universe. It's a depressing thought, but I don't know. I'm pretty confident. The thing that makes me confident that there is life elsewhere is that once the conditions arose on Earth for life to be possible, it basically just appeared, and it never let go. So it was about 3.8 or 3.7 billion years ago that life first arose on Earth. And that was like immediately after it was cool enough in the early Earth's history for life to exist. So it's just almost immediately, once we had the conditions, life arose. And that gives me hope, because it seems like, I don't know, like it doesn't seem like it requires that much sort of exotic chemistry for life to arise. Earth 3, hopefully they fix the bug of Switzerland being neutral. It's been there since patch 18.15.CE+. I don't like these eyes. Let's redo them. Yeah, Swiss neutrality is a farce. That's too big. Belgium was neutral prior to both world wars. Look at how well it served them. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's zoom out. Okay, that's pretty good. This is Earth 3, Moon 3. All right. Next, fourth panel is going to be a close-up of the Earth in shadow. Do I think I might look at r/country sticks on stream? Probably at some point. I do want to make like a more dedicated streaming setup, like a physical, like have a dedicated streaming computer, so I don't have to worry about like what I'm showing on stream, because I stream on the computer that I use for everything, right? Like I use it for you know, like my personal stuff. I use it for some work stuff as well, you know, and I don't want to accidentally show things that I shouldn't be showing on stream, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I want to branch into doing like more variety type content. I think that could be fun. I would love to stream like Counter-Strike or something. Ben Cog reminds you of this quote: either we are not alone in the universe or we're completely alone. Both are equally scary. Yeah, I think that's Arthur C. Clarke said that. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm fairly confident that life exists somewhere else. It's just like it could be in a completely different galaxy, like intelligent life, right? So there's no chance of us ever being in contact with it. But like the idea that like right now, as you guys are watching stream and I'm talking to you, that there's like a whole alien civilization going on. They might even, you know, be on, you know, a multiplanetary species, and we have no idea. It's just kind of crazy. But I think it's even scarier, like if the entire universe other than Earth is empty. I find that more terrifying. Think of all that empty space. Is my PC custom? Yeah, I built this custom, or I built a custom PC during the pandemic, 2021. I waited 6 months to get a new graphics card because of the graphics card shortage. It was super annoying. But I've had this for a little over 3 years. I would not build a PC again, to be honest. I would just buy a pre-built. I'm not interested in, like, I've built 2 PCs before and I did not have a fun time doing it. So I'm okay with paying the premium and just having it show up and work right out of the box. Like, I spent 8 or 9 hours trying to get this to work because I had to update the motherboard. I had to update the BIOS without like actually putting the computer together. So I pulled out the motherboard and I had to download like the update patch or whatever on a USB thumb drive and plug it into the motherboard, like on top of the box, and the motherboard was like the only thing that was plugged in. And if that had gone sideways, like the entire thing would have been shot. Like, fortunately it worked out, but I don't want to be caught doing stuff like that again. So, I don't know. Have you guys built a computer before? It's interesting. I just don't... I don't mind paying like a couple $100 extra to just have it delivered to me and work straight out of the box. Find a new playlist. Videos. Popular. Ooh, what is this one? Country Sticks is on Google. CHGH, you haven't built a PC and you're not interested in doing so. Yeah, I don't know. Red Halo, how have I not seen your callings? What do you mean? Oh, you're trying to donate? Your dad thinks you're scamming? Don't donate if your dad is afraid that he thinks I'm scamming you. Like, it's totally fine. All donations are of course appreciated, but we're not going to be exploitative, you know? Don't get in trouble with your parents. All right, we're going to draw the Earth. Sort of more zoomed in. Do Earth 4. Background. Let's do... maybe 10 pixel? I might have to do 2 pixel or 2 panels of the Earth sort of just chilling. That's a pretty good ball. I think that's a good ball. Do the eyes. You guys have got to make more Planetball comics. I've said that several times. I want Planetball to grow. Not even. Like, I just want people to post Planetball comics because I like reading them. It's my favorite Polandball spinoff. Like, I'm not too invested in State Ball, but it kind of blows my mind that State Ball is more popular than Planetball. I didn't think as many people would be interested in, like, intra-US state politics as they are. When Planetball is, like, a more unique kind of format, you know? Is that homework? Yes. I'll grade you guys on it. Animation, thanks for joining. See you later. Are these eyes too big? I feel like these eyes are too big. I don't know, let's find out. Lines behind the Earth. Let's do Africa again. Africa's easy to draw. Whoops. I think Africa is the coolest looking continent. I think the shape is the most interesting. Asia, I think, is too big. And it's just like a big blob. Europe has like too many peninsulas to be aesthetically pleasing. South America is pretty good, but it's like, I don't know, it's not as thick as Africa, right? North America, I think, looks pretty cool, but I think Africa is cool. I should draw George Washington in 3 minutes. I'll end stream doing something like that. There are more Americans than Martians. This is true. Mars is populated entirely by robots, as far as we know. It's a bad Earth. Whatever. Deal with it. Ever heard of the Richet structure? I have not. Let me Google that. Oh, the Richet structure. The Eye of Africa. Yes. I learned about this from the Grand Tour. It is a prominent circular geological feature in the Adrar Plateau of the Sahara. It is located near Ouaddaine in the Adrar region of Mauritania. In the local dialect, Risat means feathers, and it is also known locally in Arabic as Tagens, referring to the circular opening of the leather pouch that is used to draw water from local wells. It is an eroded geological dome, 40 kilometers in diameter, exposing sedimentary rock in layers that appear as concentric rings. Igneous rock is exposed inside, and there are spectacular rhyolites and gabbros that have undergone hydrothermal alteration and a central megabrachia. The structure is also the location of exceptional accumulations of Aquilian archaeological artifacts. It was selected as one of the first 100 geological heritage sites identified by the International Union of Geological Sciences to be of highest scientific value. Here, I'll show it on stream. This is the Eye of Africa. It's a collapsed dome. Is it okay to drive while watching this? No, don't. Mars looks like Arizona, but cold. Yeah. Yeah, I love the Grand Tour. Top Gear and the Grand Tour. I love those guys. So this is where they their most recent special they did in Mauritania, and they drove through this. Super cool. I don't know if it's true, but in the show they said that this was something that like people weren't aware of until we started launching people into space, and then they saw it. Stolas, are you an artist because you make art, or do you make art because you're an artist? The former. If you make art, you're an artist. Art doesn't have to be good to be art, or to make you an artist. The Alps. That's good enough. I think these eyes are probably too big. I'll have to fix them. Let's do this. Earth 4. What happened to Italy? Too much pasta. Believe it or not, pasta's not good for you. Highly caloric. No Sicily, Sardinia, or Corsica. Maybe change that. Bunch of Greek islands, Crete, Malta. Let's see. Africa from space. Is there ever like, is there ever snow on like Mount Kilimanjaro anymore, or is it just too hot there now? I feel like there's really no snow in Africa at all. Oh, I guess actually the Eye of Africa occasionally gets snow and ice. No, never mind. That looks like salt. Oh yeah, okay, Kilimanjaro does get some snow. But it's basically just the mountain. Wow, this is really cool. Here, I want to show this photo. This is the Al Jaf Oasis in eastern Libya, photographed from the International Space Station. These are crop circles in the desert, cultivated under a center pivot irrigation system. This is super cool. This looks very alien, doesn't it? This is the kind of thing that, like, if the Enterprise pulled up alongside a new planet and they photographed the surface, this is what like the alien surface would look like. Where is Cyprus, Crete, and Madagascar? Oh yeah, I should add Madagascar, huh? It's Madagascar sort of over here. New Zealand ball, welcome. I'm gonna have to make this canvas bigger. Go 3,500 in height. Let's pull this down a little bit more. You've seen people draw clouds on Earth in Planetball comics and videos before? Yeah, it just takes a little bit more time. I've done it too. Let me... Here, this comic, I think I drew clouds on Earth. Yeah. I just did transparent white layers. Looks like maybe 80 or 75% transparency. Yeah, this is super cool. This looks like a future Mars colony. McRaffs is a dog. So chat has 22 people in it and one dog. Am I gonna draw deserts? You know, I probably should, huh? Make it lighter. It's very poorly drawn. And then, oh, what happened? What is the, why can't I remember the name of the desert in southern Africa? What is it called? It starts with a K, right? God, what is it? With the Sahara in the north and then the one in the south. Kalahari? Is that it? Yeah, Kalahari Desert. Okay. I'm not crazy. No, Gobi Desert is in China, right? Yeah, Kalahari. Whoops. Here, let's draw desert on Earth here. Just keeping away from the coastlines. Spain's got desert, right? Good eye, chat. Atacama Desert is more south, right? I don't think South America really has deserts in the northern half of the continent. Ben Cog, have a great night. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you in a future stream. I'll probably stream a little bit tomorrow as well. But check out the VOD as well. Okay. Now let's do Earth 5. Yeah, we have a good amount of French people in this community as well. The problem is I can only really stream evening time US, so it's pretty late for Europeans. So we very rarely have Europeans in chat. The Sunday morning or the Saturday morning streams, we get a lot of Europeans, which is cool. Too big. Too big. You know what? What the hell? Oh, okay. Earth 5. Copy this. Pull it down. Erase the background. Let's do red. I'm just gonna trace it. The secret to making your balls smooth is to just trace your balls. You've only seen one morning stream. They start at 4 a.m. for you. Yeah. I would like for other people on the channel to stream as well. Like, I think it'd be cool if we had basically like a 24/7 stream, but the host changes as like the day goes on. I think that'd be super cool. But most of the people that work on the stream are in North America or on the channel. I think Dick Rhino might be the only one in Europe. Now that I think about it. Okay. We're gonna trace the continents. What is layer 1? Okay. Oh, I have to do a different color. Let's do light blue. Have you ever seen those reversed maps of Earth? It's like a map of the world, but all of the ocean and water is land, and all of the land is water. It'd be really strange. And like thinking about how history would have developed Let me see if I can find one. Reverse Earth. I don't know that I could show them. These look like copyrighted images. But if like 70% of the Earth was land instead of water, that'd be crazy. We'd have very few island nations. So you think about the past 250 years of history or so. Britain being an island and the United States effectively being island were really the chief reasons why they became, their respective eras hegemons, right? So in a world where you don't really have islands, I wonder like how much more violent civilization would be. Would the water be salt? Yeah, let's imagine that it's mostly salt water. Yeah, there'd be a lot less fresh water on Earth, right? So we'd run into resource issues a lot more quickly. Okay. Merge these. Erase this. Why is it doing that? Oh, okay, because I didn't merge it with Earth 5. Wait, what did I merge it with? Merge these. Erase this. Kalahari Desert down here. Let's make this desert. Sahara should be bigger. I would love to visit the Sahara Desert at some point in life. I'm putting a lot of effort into just drawing a ball. Does Portugal have deserts? Portugal probably has deserts, right? We would probably adapt to drink salt water. We would have to have some kind of filter, right? Like, oceanic fish have a way to filter salt out of the water that they consume, right? I forget the name of the organ that they have that does it, but we'd need something like that, some kind of filter. What happened to the islands? I had islands over here, didn't I? Crete and a bunch of the Aegean islands. Okay, now we need to do the eyes. I'm almost done with this comic. And then we'll move on to drawing profile pictures. A couple of them. Kidneys are your filter? Well, I don't think the kidneys can... Like, you can't just drink salt water. You'll just die. Do the kidneys filter out salt from salt water? Would it be aquatic or not? No, it would probably be land animals still. I mean, we're land animals now when most of the Earth is already water, right? You make the Earth scared. Let's make the eyes bigger. So like the stress lines. Merge this. All right, now we need to shade. I'm taking creative license here, or creative liberties. I know a total eclipse doesn't put the entire Earth in shadow, but let's pretend it does for the sake of this comic. $75? $75. You stayed up to watch the solar eclipse on TV, so you got 4 hours of sleep? It's worth it. It's cool. Okay, now I'm gonna merge this. I'm just gonna copy this. So I already drew it before stream. That's what I use for my the template or the thumbnail. All right, that's basically it. I need to add bows to the moon in the first couple panels, but this is the joke. Hey, hey, hey! What the? Pay attention to me! I need to think of a title, and I think this part of the bow. I don't know. Do you think having like the orange outline around the bow makes sense? Or should I do this? Let's do this, but then draw the bow on the moon in the earlier panels. And then I'll be done with this comic, and I'll post it. And you guys can go check it out. Moon is mad. Jacob and Clover both had the exact same idea. It needs a snappy title, so people will click on it, because everybody is obsessed with solar eclipse stuff today. I'll ask ChatGPT, actually. Do a lighter pink, fill this in. Do upper half outline on the bow. Yeah, that's what I think it looks better that way. Solar Eclipse in U. Dude, why do I have raw? Draw another bow here. The title needs to establish it's like a nagging girlfriend. This is the joke. Whoops, wrong color. So it can't just be like Solar Eclipse or something. Like that. Isn't the moon more like a child? Yeah. The way that I've normally done Planetball comics is I have the moon as like the Earth's sun. But the planets can be... the great thing about comics is that they don't have to be consistent from one to the next. All right, let's consult with ChatGPT. Maybe AI can come up with a more interesting title. This is pretty good. Just try to capitalize on all the solar eclipse hype, Some shameless karma whoring. Let's see. Lunar Love Story. Cosmic Ballet. ChatGPT gave you an idea, Jacob? Sunset Serenade. Come on, let's see. Solar Eclipse. All right, I'm gonna post this on r/Planetball in a second here. Just make sure it looks okay. Hey. I like it. I think this is a decent comic. Maybe it'll put Planetball on the map if it somehow makes it big on Reddit, just because it's this is how you karma whore. Aaron would be proud. Let's see. The title is the only thing that's that's tripping me up right now. Better idea. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Well, I think. Alright. I don't know, like using the solar eclipse to get your boyfriend's attention or something like that. ASMR YouTuber. Do you guys like listening to the keyboard? Let's see. I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT. All right, do your work, AI. It's like school, the teacher leaves the same when I leave. That's funny. Prussian media, welcome. Yellow hexagons, favorite colors, and actually yellow. I've been living a lie. The keyboard is satisfying. I've always had very loud mechanical keyboards because I like the clicky clack sound that it makes. I don't like the rubber things that they put in between the keyboard contacts. You know, that they have on like most keyboards and stuff. The silencers, as they were. Moonshining Manic. Let's see. I might just be shameless and just say like, let's see. Using the Eclipse to get your boyfriend's attention. Like just straight up, just title it. Make it descriptive. What's my keyboard? I have a SteelSeries keyboard. I've had this for like 8 years or something. It's a 6G V2. Six VG2, I think. SteelSeries, not Veeries. So the problem is if I do like a punny title, people won't recognize it as necessarily as an Eclipse thing, right? I need to capitalize on the Eclipse being on everybody's mind today. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this. Hold on. Ah, man. I really want to put like astronomers hate this one trick to get your boyfriend's attention. Would that be good? That's like a very clickbaity title. Astronomers hate this one trick to get your boyfriend's attention. This music makes you curious, makes you wonder, makes you wish, makes you want to see what happens. Vori, welcome back. Clover, your favorite color is purple? My favorite color is pink. I like purple too. Pink and purple are great together. Chat, who do you think is the mod on today's stream? It was me. I was typing. Physics, you like that title? Alright. I'll put it in chat. What do you guys think of this title for this comic? It's very clickbaity. And it sort of gives... It doesn't give away the punchline as being the Eclipse. But I don't know, it's kind of wordy. Zoom in again. Perfect title for 2020 YouTube. Well, it's Reddit, so Reddit has an older user base than YouTube, probably. So yeah, they're living in the past, right? We're brushing off vintage memes. Alright. I'm just gonna post it. Quiet, wait, hold on. Submitting. Is it going through? Okay. Go to r/Planetball. Check out the comic. It's... Planetball is so devoid of activity that the last two comics I've posted are immediately the top posts in the subreddit. Let's see if we can breathe some life into Planetball. Go to r/Planetball. Upvote this comic. I gotta be shameless. All right. Let's move on. Let's do one or two profile pictures. Let's take a look at some of the ones that we drew yesterday. Did a lot yesterday. We did Brazilian ball mapping. I actually really like this. Very simple. Carding rules over here with the plant based on the ficus plant I have 5 feet away from me. HRE animations, the two-headed chicken, the musket, and the sunglasses. I like the anachronistic features that we do in a lot of these. Yeah, I like the idea of the Holy Roman Empire with sunglasses. For making an approval comic on r/Polandball, what should you avoid the most? Like topic, I would avoid like making an America comic. Most comics, and particularly a lot of like the most popular comics, feature the United States, and it's kind of tired, you know? It's hard to make like a really good comic that features the US just because most ideas have been done to death already, you know? Do something... You're more likely to get approved if you have like an interesting story to tell about a country that doesn't feature that often in Polandball. So like South America, Latin America, you have an enormous reservoir of history and rich culture upon which to draw, or from which to draw. And share with a community that is primarily like from Europe or North America. So I would draw something about like Asia is good, South America is good. I don't know that I would draw a comic, like an approval comic based on African countries, just because we don't really know anything about them in most of the community, because we don't have that much of a presence. There aren't like a lot of people from Africa that are on Polandball, right? It's mostly North American, European, some Asian, some Latin American, South American. So we might not understand the cultural references, but like I would love to see more comics about Africa. But as an approval comic, you need to do something that the mods will also understand, right? And I don't think there are any mods from Africa. Make something about the Balkans or South America, Mexico, I don't know. Planetball comic popping off. 8 upvotes in 4 minutes. Most activity Planetball has seen in a month since I posted the last comic to Planetball. North Africa would be good. Yeah. Mods can be jerks sometimes. I've had comics removed. I've had 1 or 2 comics removed because they weren't rule compliant. So it doesn't just happen to you guys. All right. Who are we drawing today? I didn't have anybody queued up or teed up for the next drawing. This was No Name. I think he left earlier, but he wasn't stream. But Jamie Roldos Aguirre official, previously known as No Name, wanted to be drawn after a former president of Ecuador who is suspected of being murdered by the CIA, I guess. Me the Stick Man. Is that the name of your YouTube channel? This looks like a pretty quick drawing. Let's do that. Let's do Stick Man real quick. Is this it? Do you want me to draw it like a V, but with a like Polandball version eyes? Can you add the J in Jacob to be capitalized? Yes, I can. Whoa, what happened there? This would be a quick drawing. I do like that we're sort of moving away, and some of the profile pictures are not just balls, you know? Okay. Jacob, do you want the H capitalized as well, or just the J? To make your profile picture stand out, just add more lore than the one before you. True. Clover Finder Boy. Yeah, let's do you next. You've been around for a while too, I think, right? Do I have you on the list? I'm sure I do. Yeah, you're pretty high up on the list. See if Jacob responded. Yes, and the H? Okay. Okay, we'll do Me the Stick Man. Just a V. What's the so Stick Man, what's the lore behind your Your profile picture. You know what? Let's make this a dark gray. Let's see what the eyes look like first. The black outline. Sweden finishes off South Korea, you remember that? It was a raunchy comic. Oh, let's do 3 pixel for the eyes. What time is it? 7:40? Pull the right one in a little bit. Left one needs to move up a bit. Like that. Okay. Do you want pupils? Personia Country Ball. Do I have you on the list? I don't think I do. Let me add you. There's a lot of people. I wish I could do all of them very quickly and get everybody's profile pictures, but it does take time. Pupils, okay. Large pupils. Let's give it a stronger chin. Take the mouth, let's move it down a bit. All right. Is there anything else you want to add to this? I just reproduced your profile picture. I didn't really do anything special. Yeah, the list is getting longer by the day because new people stop by and want to get added. Need a stick man. All right. Janice Speedo, you're out. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again in the future. You love it? All right. This might be one of the quickest ones I've drawn. So, thank you for having an easy to draw profile picture. I said Clover was next, right? Clover Finder Boy. Let me find I do like this. Is this it, Clover? Did I find the right one? Average Human, do I have you on the list? Let's check. I don't think I do. Let's add you. Did I have Stickman on the list, or did... I might have just done it. Yeah, I did. Here. It's a new chatter. Yesterday was his first stream, I think, so. Lucky you. Okay, I'm gonna draw this as a ball. Is this like a flag that you came up with, or is this something... Is this a real thing that I'm just not familiar with? Clover... Finder boy. Do you want any props, a background, anything like that, Clover? Ottoman Empire ball with a stick that has a dead Byzantine ball on it. This is a fictitious version of the Ottoman flag, based on the Turk standard, or the naval ensign of the Ottoman Empire, 1783-ish. Is that right? This is the Ottoman Empire? Thought the Ottoman flag was essentially the Turkish flag. Okay, yeah, it's a fictional flag of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was reading. It's based off the naval ensign. It's an older one? Good Byzantine flag. Roswell, welcome. Sorry, Clover, I'm trying to find your chats. Ottoman Empire ball with a stick that has a dead Byzantine ball on it. Okay. It was never used as a national flag in the Ottoman Empire, just like how the flag that we most associate with Austria-Hungary is actually naval ensign. Right. Okay. That makes sense. That's the problem. Like, the farther back into history you go with different polities, you don't necessarily have, like, our modern conception of flags for that entity. You know, you'll have, like, banners or standards or something like that. Like, we don't have... Like, the Roman Empire never actually had a flag. It had various banners, but, like, in Polandball, the way you would draw it is with, like, the burgundy field, and then in gold, FQPR or SPQR. SPQR with the like the olive wreath around it. Let's duplicate this eye. Let's merge these, make them white. Red field. Green. 3 crescent moons. Wow, we've really got a lunar theme going on today, don't we? I mean, it is a cool flag. Simple design. I like it. What am I using for the Byzantine character? You would vote for me for president if you were American. I forget to whom this quote is attributed. God, it might be, I forget, but this might be like a Plato quote from the Republic. It's something like any person who seeks elected office or seeks power is the worst person to have it. Let me see if I can find that quote. God, what was it called? Yeah, it looks like it's a Plato quote. So, God, this is going back to my political philosophy courses in college. Those who seek power are not worthy of that power, or some variation of that. Let's see. God. The Republic is probably the most important work in all of political philosophy. If you guys are ever interested in learning about political philosophy, you should probably like do it in a course or like a reading class or something like that. But because the Republic is very hard to like understand because it was written like 2,500 years ago. But it is the seminal work of political philosophy. It's really, really important. Here it is. Those who seek power do not deserve it, and those who deserve it do not seek it. Basically, you know, meaning that the people who seek out power are doing it not for altruistic reasons. They're doing it for their own benefit, right? Whether they want people to just like give them attention, like the moon in the comic that we just made, or because they want to, you know, be famous or leverage their position for wealth or something like that, right? Josu, I have you on the list. I will get to you at some point. It probably won't be today. I'm very sorry. There's a lot of people on the list. And I would like to get to everybody. I really do. El Country Chileno, draw you again. I actually think you have one of the best ones that I've drawn. Just very cartoony. I thought this turned out really well. Ask Plato if he can show his code on stream. Got a copyright strike us from beyond the grave. Alright, so Byzantine. This is what I found for like an Imperial Byzantine banner. Is this okay? I'll do like a dead Byzantine ball using this banner. Prussian Media, welcome back. Finn2763. Yes, I can add you to the list. Where is the list? Whoa, what happened? 2763. HRE animations. Do I think your drawing was superior to others? I think this is one of the better ones I drew, just because there's shading on the chicken. So definitely put more like effort into the elements on the flag. It looks good. I like the HRE flag with sunglasses. I think it's pretty cool. Can't believe that I'd steal flags without asking for permission from every government of the nation. Or every government of every nation in the world. It's true. Alright, let's do a tiny Byzantine. You guys know that I've plugged the Three Body Problem trilogy before. The Fall of Constantinople in 1453 is actually a pivotal plot point in the third book. And now we're drawing it. Let's do 2 pixels. Or we'll do the eyes after. Let's do... This is a cool flag. I like this. Not really a flag, but a banner. This is solid. Something like this. Under Byzantine. Byzantium. It's like a pretzel or a butt. Yeah, that flag is actually super cool. I'm jealous. It's better than most national flags, if we're being real. I'd like to think we could be real here. Can I let Red Halo out of the basement? What did he do to deserve to go into the basement? Dead Byzantium. I need to eat dinner. I'm starving. This is funny. What's my opinion on the fall of Constantinople? I don't have an opinion on it. It happened so long ago that, like, what does it matter at this point, you know? Like, would I go back in history and change it? No. Like, I don't know how the next 550 years of history would progress if I changed it, right? Like, I wouldn't go back and undo, like, more recent things for fear of, like, how it would change the timeline, you know? Alright, let's do a stick. Clover. This is Byzantium. We'll do this stick. Should be like a spear, you know? Or like a halberd or something, I don't know. Yeah, let's make it a spear. Or I don't know. Let's see. Let's see like a traditional Ottoman spear. I don't know. What kind of spears did they have? Ottoman weapons. They have spear? I'm sure they had spears. There's no way they didn't. Spears are like one of the oldest weapons in humanity, right? To I have no idea if Ottomans had halberds or if they used them. They probably had them. I don't know if they used them in combat, but let's, for the sake of having a more interesting drawing, pretend that they did. Dark gray. Okay, now we gotta add some blood. Byzantium sort of over here. Maybe should I be like hanging out? No, let's have it like speared through him. So this actually needs to, part of it needs to come on top of it. So right, there needs to be like an exit wound on each side. Damn, this is kind of gory. All right, dark red. Kind of hardcore. Let's make it a darker red. Let's give it a little bit of shine. Yeah, we're drawing a kebab. Brutal. Historically accurate. Let's move the puddle down here. Just a few drops of blood. It's ketchup, it's not blood. Let's do a shadow. Let's see. Draw the weapon. All right, let's try this. Why can't I scroll up? There we go. That's good enough for me. Clover Finder Boy. Hope you like it. Let's center them. Let's move it over here so it's obvious that you're the main one. All right. Oh, I needed to fix this. Forgot to fix that shading. Let's move it over to here. Merge. Background. All right. Good stuff. If for whatever reason I can't draw stuff like that, I'm not going to do it again. And I might have to change it, but I don't think it should be a big deal. What's my opinion on Country Humans? Personally, you don't like it. I mean, it doesn't appeal to me, but there's a market for it. You know, like some people like it, but I'm not a fan. Yes, no name. I'll zoom in on your profile picture. Go ahead and screenshot it if you'd like. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream. I am going to end stream there. I've been streaming for about a little over 2 hours. I should be able to stream a little bit tomorrow. So, yeah, you don't need to spam. I saw it. I zoomed in on it. Go look at the VOD if you weren't able to get it in time, and you can take a screenshot of it. I also posted a photo on the community tab with the image. So again, everybody have a great Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.